the Crazy Town Podcast. I'm Jonas.
And I'm TNT Dynamite, the explosive one. Let's crack into another one.
TNT.
Yo.
Well, there's finally been some stuff going on with Diddy. Some finalization. We haven't really been talking about the trial much.
Not at all, man. In fact, we decided to wait to the end of the trial to get into it, and they have reached a verdict.
Final verdict.
Final verdict.
Done. He's innocent.
And you are you aware of any of this?
I know. All I know, like I was actually on vacation this week, like a staycation, so I haven't been really watching the news. I know that they dropped a couple charges.
Yeah.
But then we're still pursuing like some of the like trafficking, and I think the trafficking and like something else.
Okay, so that was a while ago. He beat the two worst charges of the case. Let's get into that. So as far as the racketeering, which carried basically like life, I think up to life in prison for the racketeering, beat that. They determined that it wasn't a global conglomerate type of hostile takeover maneuver to like start dealing in like the human trafficking of women. They also decided that he was not guilty of the human trafficking.
Okay, because he was like, he was taking prostitutes across. We talked about taking prostitutes across an imaginary line in the world.
No, this is human trafficking is like he's the guy moving these women around for the purpose of these events.
Oh, okay, got you. Okay.
So they determined that he was not guilty of that, but they did find that he was guilty of the solicitation of prostitution with the moving of the state line thing.
Okay.
So that much he did do. That carries a maximum of 10 years in prison.
Okay.
But ones that go to maximum of 10 years, those are usually like when you're moving them, like if you were moving a child for the purpose of this type of
okay,
behavior.
got you.
Like that's the worst cases. But they go for as little as 16 weeks. There are cases where
and he's been in prison for so long, he probably ain't going to see no prison from that.
So yeah, he's looking at, you got 10 months time served right now. So honestly, he's got to wait until October 3rd is when his sentencing is. But it's kind of
October 3rd is sentences, so by then he'll have a year.
Yeah.
So like the man might spend another year or two in jail at most.
Yeah. People have been estimating maybe 5 he'll get for it, but
yeah.
So
basically, like,
Diddy beat the feds, man.
So it
96% conviction rating, and Diddy beat the feds.
I mean,
that's what happened.
Yeah, because they were trying to put him away forever.
Yeah. And they were pursuing life in prison.
Yeah, and
Diddy beat the feds, man.
You think he's going to have these parties when he comes out? He just won't hire prostitutes?
I mean, he could find just volunteers, I guess.
I mean, because all he has to do is be like, look, I'm throwing a party.
Bro, I don't know how you legally throw a freak off. Do you have to advertise? Is that how you do it?
I mean, I think the legal part of it is like you don't buy people to come there and have sex. Everyone has to be a willing participant. Because the prostitute, he had to buy people for sex for that. So if he was like, I'm having a freak off, volunteers come, no pun intended.
Yeah.
That's literally just an orgy, bro. You can do whatever you want. Like, you could just have people come over and have a sex party. It's not illegal to have a sex party. It's illegal to buy prostitutes to have a sex party and transport them across the country.
Yeah. But I mean, like, it's serious. Okay, seriously, I don't want to belittle the fact that this is kind of like, it's disgusting behavior. It's just as gross when we see it happen to like a state senator or something.
Yeah.
When they do it. So it is nasty behavior, but it is more common. It's obviously not as egregious. I don't know if he's going to be brought up on some of the other charges you saw, like with the domestic violence and stuff. So
is that still pending? Like that stuff still pending?
He wasn't on trial for that. So
this was just the freak off. Are you trafficking?
They thought he was like the kingpin of the freak offs.
So
like he had the freak off, the McDonald's of freak offs.
He was like Ronald McDonald of freak offs.
They thought he was hosting freak offs. Yeah, like hey, freak offs.
Like he was organizing them, like organizing people, women, prostitutes, it wasn't just he. So really, what it come down to is he was just a freak and ordering prostitutes for his parties and whatever.
I mean, yeah, and like okay, so a lot of the women involved. Man, there's so many. So obviously there was Cassie. A lot of people just said is like her story didn't seem as credible when you started looking into text messages that were with her organizing the freak offs. It's like, you want to prove that he's holding you there through coercion, and frankly, you're saying that you want to do one this weekend in this text message, and you'll organize it because Diddy says he's not going to do it. That doesn't make your case look good.
So she was like, "I want to do one.
Yeah,
he's tired of organizing. I'll do it. I'll set it up." Like it. I mean, that makes it look like you were enjoying them and having fun, or like whatever. Exactly. But I mean, I don't know. I'm ignorant to the story, but that's wild.
And then there was another individual, Mia, who apparently there was Jane Doe, who he dated from 21 to 24, but she arranged freak offs as well, and she was very helpful with arranging the freak offs. But she complained that, of course, that he had domestic violence issues with her, and the defense, as far as they were concerned, they just said yes, he is not a good man. You know, he has done these things, and I'm not going to sit up here and condone anything, but still, if you want to say you're there through coercion, you could easily leave, or you could easily assist in like creating these freak offs and making them happen.
Yeah, but that's a really weird line to
walk. It is a weird
because line. It's the I go along with things because it's the path of least resistance and he won't abuse me or yada yada yada, right?
It's the path of I get to live a lavish lifestyle sometimes as well. Not to mention that all of these people who are witnesses also have other litigation with Diddy. They have what they call malingering, I believe is what it's called, where they also have other like civil cases out where if he were to be convicted, it could help in their civil suits. Every single one of these people, including Cassie, who just had one and got $31 million.
Oh, I got you. Because the civil suits are where they just like assign monetary damages and shit.
It was just a bad look for the prosecution to pick all of these people who also had other civil litigation against this man. So like they could easily be. Their decision making on the stand could be manipulated a little bit.
Yeah.
So Kid Cudi was there. He talked about the car bomb. There's very little evidence of that one as well. Then there was Capricorn Clark.
How was that?
That was Diddy's assistant who said that he kidnapped her at gunpoint and said he was going to kill her.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That was another one of the witnesses.
So basically what it comes down to is they're like, Diddy's a shitty human.
Yes.
But being a shitty human isn't illegal.
But
here's the thing he did that was illegal, and we're going to get him on that.
Yeah. What it came down to is that the defense also picked people, and they'd be like, all right, so he was keeping you there through this. Here's proof that he wasn't. He tried to kill you, but here's proof of you going back and working for him again after the fact. Why would you go back and rework for the same guy who just said he was going to kill you?
So the defense just had they're all like, oh, he's being held against her will, and then like here's text messages 2 weeks after that where she's like, I want to come do this thing, I'll help you organize it. And it's like,
and I'm only speaking to it from a legal standpoint. If you think personally that he should be in jail, that's cool. I feel that he had some great lawyers, man. Brian Steele did the Young Thug and got Young Thug off, and he just got Diddy off in this case, man. Get ready to see that guy in every rap video. I hate the fact that it's gonna happen, dude. I hate the fact that it's gonna happen.
Any rapper gets in trouble, that's who they call in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, and he's good, man. There's other ones on there. I don't know all their names because I didn't write them down, but
yeah, but it's no, it's pretty crazy because like it's like the It reminds me of like what they say when like somebody has a cult and they're like my sister's stuck in the cult and the cops are like, she's a grown woman. She's not being held at gunpoint. She can leave at any time she wants.
And it is kind of like a cult when you get hooked up with like a rich individual because you start living a lifestyle that you only see on television.
Right. You ain't got to work. They take care of you. You hanging out with them. You're going to cool parties, meeting famous people.
And all you got to do is have sex with this man and treat him nice.
Yeah, like it's wild, dude. But it's like
some people make that a part of their persona, though, man.
I mean, same thing with cult members, man. They just want to be taken care of and feel like they're a part of something. And and it's like he takes care of them. They feel like they're a part of something, and they like freaky sex parties.
But I do want to say this much, if you were a rich person, does that make that your fault? If that is like your normal lifestyle, look, I'm going to fly out to Paris this weekend, and I'm going to I got to hit up Hawaii, go hang out for a couple days, and then probably back to LA and then New York, and finally lay my head down. You're making 4 flights in a week. I don't even know if you could do that linguistically.
I mean, probably, yeah, whatever. But
regardless, like, that's just your lifestyle. And then you find an attractive lady, and obviously you don't start smacking her around. We don't want that. But the fact that they're so drawn to that, I don't think it's the person's fault. That's just what he is.
It would be, I think it would be hard. And I think a lot of like famous people deal with this. It's like when you meet a woman who's into you and she's not famous, does she like you or does she like who you are?
Yeah.
And and people lie. You know what I mean? Like people, you see those young, like 20 something with the 80-year-old dudes talking about, I love him. And you're like, do you? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. It would be hard. Well, I mean, because you just got to live your life, man. And if people want to come around and they're telling you, you have to take what people say at face value. If they're like, I love you, I want to be here, this is what I want to do, like, I'm here for you, not your money.
Yeah.
You have to assume that's the truth, but I would have such a hard time trusting anyone.
Yeah.
Like, any of my homies that I knew, I'd be like, I know y'all are here for me.
Yeah.
Anybody else I knew, like, even if I had money and, like, didn't flaunt it, I could still trust people. But if I was somebody, like, I was like, oh, I got to fly, I got to do this, I'm a famous rapper, like, whatever. Like, anybody you meet, you're like, I'm Diddy, man.
They're going to know who you are immediately.
Exactly. It's hard to, so, I don't know, man. I mean, you can blame him for being a shitty human.
You can.
You can blame him for that, absolutely. But, like, trusting that people's word is their word?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. I hope he's brought up on the other aspects of the case, but other than that, man, the man gets to go home.
I still don't want to hang out with Diddy, but, like, you know.
No.
So, anyways, that's all the time we have for today's episode. Go to crazytown.com and subscribe for Jonas.
TNT.
Yeah.